Welcome back, viewers. As you are undoubtedly aware, a protracted and intense conflict has been unfolding in the Amhara region of Ethiopia, pitting the Amhara Fano forces against the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, ENDF. In this video, I will provide you with a detailed and comprehensive update on the latest developments in the Amhara region. According to the latest updates we have received from various sources, the situation on the ground has witnessed significant shifts in recent days. After a period of heavy fighting with the ENDF, Amhara Fano forces have once again managed to assert their control over the strategically vital city of Motta. It has been reported that Motta is now entirely under the control of Amhara Fano forces. This achievement marks a significant victory for the Fano forces, who have been steadily gaining ground in their recent battles. Notably, Weldiya, a town situated in Gondar, has also come under the control of Amhara forces, further solidifying their territorial gains. Motta city's importance in the Amhara region cannot be overstated, primarily owing to its strategic location. Positioned along the crucial B31 highway, Motta serves as a pivotal transportation hub in the region. Geographically, it is located in northwest Ethiopia, nestled within the Mizrak Gojam zone of the Amhara region. It lies along a secondary road connecting Dejan with Bahir Dar and overlooks the Abbey River, adding to its strategic significance. In addition to these territorial developments, we have received reports from Fano sources regarding a notable shift in allegiances. Militia members who were previously aligned with the Ethiopian army in North Shua and had been actively fighting against the Amhara Fano forces have now chosen to join the ranks of Amhara Fano forces. According to statements from the Fano forces, these militia members underwent a significant change in perspective regarding the actions of the Abiy Ahmed government. They expressed profound concerns about the government's use of violence and its infliction of suffering upon innocent civilians. In response to these concerns, these militia members made the decision to switch sides and join the Amhara Fano forces. This development prompted Amhara Fano to issue a call to the remaining armed forces loyal to the Abiy regime in the Amhara region. The call implores these forces to refrain from harming innocent civilians, stand in solidarity with Fano as the protector of the country, and actively engage in the fight against the Abiy regime. Moving forward, there have been reports from various sources indicating that Amhara Fano forces are embarking on a strategic expansion of their operations. They have extended their reach beyond Kobo and Weldiya, two areas that have been hotbeds of conflict in recent times. Reportedly, active fighting is ongoing in the vicinity of Kobo, and Fano sources claim to have made substantial territorial gains in the region. Their primary objectives now encompass key towns and areas such as Hake, Dessie, Kutaber, Ambasel, and Wushale. Of particular note, after intense battles, Fano forces have successfully taken control of Hake City, situated on the crucial A2 highway that links Weldiya and Dessie. The strategic plans of Amhara Fano forces are geared towards advancing further, with their ultimate goal being the convergence of their forces with Fano units along the A2 highway, particularly in Dessie and Kombolcha. However, it is important to note that these developments are unfolding within a complex and fluid geopolitical landscape. Notably, there are unconfirmed reports suggesting that the ENDF may have withdrawn from the town of Alamata. While these reports remain unverified, such a development could potentially create an opportunity for the TPLF or TDF to seize control of key areas, including Koram, Alamata, and Weldiya. Whether this withdrawal is a deliberate strategy or a response to the need for reinforcements remains uncertain. This shift in the disposition of the ENDF could, in turn, exert pressure on Kobo-Fano forces, potentially prompting them to reconsider their position on the new front lines. The tactical dilemma faced by Fano forces is indeed a complex one, as they must navigate between confronting the Oromo NDF and contending with the TDF. International human rights groups in Europe are very worried about the crisis in Ethiopia. There are attacks on a group called the Amharas, and it might turn into a big tragedy. The government declared an emergency in the Amhara region, so it's hard to know what's happening there. The Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, is not letting investigators, journalists, or aid workers go there, so we can't be sure about what's happening. The situation got worse as Abiy Ahmed's government started a war against a group called Fano in the Amhara region. They also cut off the internet to hide what they're doing. They're using heavy weapons and drones to attack regular people, religious places, and historic sites. They even attacked famous cities like Bahir Dar and Gondar. Many important places got damaged, including a UNESCO World Heritage Site called Fazilades Castle. People in Addis Ababa are waiting for Fano to arrive because they want change. Protests are happening because people are hungry and unhappy with the government. If things keep going like this, the government might not survive, and that could be very bad. Ethiopia is getting weaker and less stable. Different signs show that Ethiopia is having problems like political issues, social problems, and economic troubles. If things don't get better, Ethiopia could fail, and that would affect the whole region. There could be conflicts between countries, problems with trade, and lots of people fleeing their homes. The Ethiopian government needs to stop arresting people and killing them based on their ethnicity. They also need to change their emergency laws to follow international rules. Many countries and groups have asked Ethiopian leaders to work together to fix the country and hold those responsible for crimes accountable. Ethiopia is in a dangerous situation, and if the government doesn't listen to the people, things could get even worse. The Fano group is getting closer to Addis Ababa. In Ethiopia, there have been many killings and attacks in the Amhara region. It's really bad, and some even call it a genocide. But it's hard to know the full extent of it because journalists can't report, and the world is not doing much to help. We found a group of Ethiopian journalists who want to report on what's happening, but they need money and support. We need photographers, fact-checkers, and political pressure to stop the silence and help Ethiopians. Addis Ababa awaits Fano's liberation. We want a peaceful Ethiopia without ethnic and religious conflicts. Some leaders are using these differences to grab power and steal from the people. Abiy Ahmed claims he can make Ethiopia rich, but he and his friends are getting rich instead. They're giving away valuable land and taking advantage of their positions. Inflation is high, there are not enough jobs, and the economy is a mess. The Amhara people, the biggest group in Ethiopia, are suffering a lot. They are being targeted, and it's terrible. People in Addis Ababa are waiting for Fano to arrive because they want change. Fano is a group of volunteers who come together to protect Ethiopia. Right now, the threat is not from outside, but from inside. Groups like OPDO, OLF, Oneg Sheen, TPLF, and Beden are causing problems. Fano is getting closer to Abiy, who is hiding in Addis Ababa.